Hey there, YouTubers. I want to give you guys an update on my Teardrop. I'm getting ready to take a 1,600 mile road trip here in a couple weeks, and I want to show you guys some of the finishing things I've done to this camper, some of the things I did that's going to make life a little easier while I'm living this thing for a week or so. The first thing I did was added a plug-in out here so I can get the shore power at the campgrounds. So that'll make things a little bit nicer for the, I can use the air conditioner, I can run a heater. I added a tire mount here. I actually used a piece of the frame that this is a Harbor Freight trailer, and it folds, so there's a couple pieces I didn't need, so I used that so it would match the trailer, and I was able to mount my tire right there on the tongue. I had some felt left over from a gun rack project that I did, so I had a lady at work put some Velcro on it for me, and I just used the little, the Velcro buttons there, and now I've got a curtain for that door so it'll keep the sunlight out. I also had one done up for my vent. That way if I want to sleep in, you don't have the sun coming right through that vent. And also, since I live in Ohio, it's kind of cold sometimes when I go camping, and you'll get condensation if you got heat going on this thing, so this will keep it from dripping on you if you got that felt up. Now you can see where my plug-in is here. I did have to extend the cord for my air conditioner, but that's not a big deal. And so I've got power there. You see I got a couple little heaters. I got a little 12-volt heater. I got the regular heater there. Got my light and a couple other odds and ends in there that I need for the camper. So instead of that stuff being strung out across the shelf, I was able to get it all in one thing. I can keep my plates up here. I got one of these little Harbor Freight solar chargers for my battery. So I'm hoping to see if that works like it's supposed to. I picked up one of these little propane stoves. It takes a 1-pound tank. So I'll keep the 1-pound tank and my water down the other side of that bucket, and then my battery will be over here, and that'll give me enough room to put my shoes and maybe a bag or something there. Also add a little coat hanger, obviously for a coat or a backpack or something. One of the big things I did is I added this table. It only came out to here, I think that's about 12 inches, and it just kept my cooker way too close to my plastic skin I used here. So I had to add a few inches, and then I just cook on the edge right here, and it keeps it from getting too hot. I'm going to try and do this one-handed, show you how this works. This piece just mounts to the wall of the camper. Give you a closer look at how that works. And then the other piece goes on the back of your shelf. And that folds on there, and I got a little brace on the bottom. Gives me a nice sturdy surface to put my cooking stuff. I can set my beer up there and sit here next to it, use it like a table for that. And so I got that going. One of the other things I'd done was put in a sliding shelf under here, something I can set my heater on, or set my DVD player on. So I got a little pin here. Pop it up from the bottom, and I can pull this shelf out, and I can put this pin back in, and that way it doesn't come out any more than that. But that gives me, I don't know, about 8 or 10 inches or so. And I can set my heater right here. I can set my cooker here if it's raining out, and I can cook inside. So this here was pretty cool, because I did just have a board clamped up here. So that slides it back in, and then I can pin it back down. That way it doesn't shake out while I'm driving. So since I'm getting ready for this road trip, I did put some more grease in the bearings. Something I should have done in the beginning. They were greased when I put it together, but I forgot to add more grease to it. So I used like a half a tube of grease on this thing, and I ended up breaking one of the Zerk fittings. Got to learn how to change those out and how to find what size you need. So that made for a fun day. But I just want to touch base with everybody, let you guys know I'm getting ready to go on this trip. So I'll be making some videos of that. We're headed down to North Carolina, going over to the beach in South Carolina, and seeing what we find along the way. So that's my update on my camper. Me and Molly's taking off for that. So hopefully you guys will follow along for that. So go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Any suggestions, always appreciate them. Leave them in the comment section. And like always, thanks for watching, guys.